What's up everyone, OJ here. Welcome back to another video, and today we're talking about Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, the verdict on this game, what is going on with the reviews, and also my own gameplay impressions from a few hours in. Before we get into that though, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, click that notification bell to get my videos first, and let's go ahead and get right into this. So on Metacritic right now, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl has about 32 reviews right now for an average of 77. Now the breakdown between positive, mixed, and negative is as follows. You have 21 positive reviews for the game, you have 11 mixed reviews, and you have 0 negative reviews for the game. Now, as just what I like to do when it comes to this, I like to go into some of the previews of what they say about the game, essentially giving you a little bit of a rundown of how they feel. Now, Screen Rant gave this game a 100, so we'll read off those, then we'll read off some of the negative ones as well. So here's what Screen Rant has to say. For anyone new or returning to the Pokemon series, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl is a perfect starting point that bridges the gap between classic and modern Pokemon games. The quality of life additions make the game more accessible without making it feel bloated. The art style is simplistic and cute, and the gameplay mechanics will keep players moving through the adventure with ease. For veterans of the series, these versions are an easy recommendation and an excellent recreation of a fan favorite. With only a few exclusive Pokemon between Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, either one is an excellent choice for any player. So Screen Rant absolutely love the game. Now let's look at a little bit more of a middle score. So I would say Power Unlimited, they gave it a 78 and said Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl offer exactly what you expect. Sometimes a bit disappointing, but still oh so nice. Okay, now here is Nintendo Life's review, which got a lot of people talking about it on social media, Twitter to be exact. They gave it a 60 or a 6 out of 10 and said, while some of the slower elements of the original game have been fixed, the Grand Underground makes up for the comparatively weak Pokédex. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl's new art style and few other stumbles make the pair of games a somewhat disappointing retread of Generation 4. They are also very clearly in the shadow of Pokemon Legends Arceus, the upcoming open world-like Pokemon game that has fans hoping it can take the series in exciting new directions beyond 20-year-old mechanics. If the remit of these remakes was to remain faithful to the original Gen 4 pair, we wish they'd also stuck to the pixel art aesthetic. Aside from the Grand Underground and the connectivity with the current games in the series, there's very little reason to play Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl over your original DS copies. So it's not like you want to play it on the TV and also on the go. That doesn't matter at all when it comes to Nintendo Life having that option as well. They just say stick to just the ones on the DS in terms of how they move and everything. So very interesting across the board to see a bunch of different opinions when it comes down to it. Let's get a few more. Let's see if we can find a 90 rating or so. So a 9 out of 10, this is from God is Geek. I've been looking at them for a long time when it comes to games. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond is like a warm hug, offering nothing but smiles and enjoyment throughout. Long-term fans will find the quality of life changes make it even easier, but nonetheless, it's an otherwise faithful remake and a joy from start to finish. So I think some people are emphasizing the quality of life stuff, and then other people are emphasizing the, oh, well, I don't like the graphics, and I think the originals might be better, which I don't know. Based off of what I've played, which I'll get to in just a bit, it seems like the quality of life stuff is way better. I'm not sure why somebody would go back to the original Gen 4, you know, when it comes to at least Pokemon Platinum. You know, at least go to that, but I'm not sure if I want to go back to the original Pokemon Diamond and Pearl on the DS. Not so sure about that. Let's read some more mixed reviews here as well. So we have Shaq News that says there are some much needed quality of life improvements and the games are well polished and run really smoothly on the Switch. It's hard to see newer fans finding much to appreciate here, but those who have fond memories of the original Diamond and Pearl will have a lot to love about Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearls. So that was a 70 score, so just right there, 7 out of 10. So they're kind of just like, all right, yeah, it's good, but you know, not really too much on there. That Nintendo Life review is pretty much the worst one. There's two other ones, Metro, Game Central, and also Telegraph. They both gave it 6s out of 10s as well, or 3 out of 5. Some people use that score too. So overall, it's looking like it's a pretty exactly what we expected type of game. It's a by the book remake of the game with some quality of life adjustments and improvements to enhance the experience for the users out there. And some people are really going to like that. Some people are obviously going to look for a bit more based on some of the remakes and remasters that we've gotten before in the past. But overall, it has a 77 average, like I said, with 32 scores so far. I'm not sure if Pokemon Pearl has more scores or anything like that. I am going to check to see that, but it looks like it's just Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. I don't see Shining Pearl in the Metacritic overall thing, so it just says Brilliant Diamond. Okay, so Shining Pearl, I think they just give it the same thing because it's 32 and it's just the same, so everybody just gives it the same. I do want to read one more Game Informer. They gave it an 8.5, and they said, while Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl don't move the needle in terms of what Pokemon games will look and play like moving forward, they mostly hit the mark in being faithful to the originals. I really enjoyed my time re-exploring Sinnoh. Despite my qualms with the lack of critical path difficulty, they're a welcome throwback to a simpler time when I felt completing a Pokedex was somewhat realistic task to undertake. Veteran trainers will find plenty here to scratch a nostalgic itch, and new trainers who missed out the first time around will have a solid adventure to embark on. So once again, good score. Some people were saying that the score is really bad. It seems like it's just a little bit mixed, but a 77 overall, at least in terms of how Metacritic says it, that is a green. That is green. Green means good when it comes down to it. So a 77, right around where I thought. I thought it would be a mid to low 80s, and kind of like right in between there. 77 is exactly the score that I was thinking on this one. Now let's talk about my own gameplay impressions. For those who don't know, I'm actually a huge Gen 4 fan. That's one of my favorite gens. This was one of the most innovative, if not the most innovative Pokemon gen of all time, in my opinion, because they had the global trading station in there. They also had the Wonder Trade that they put in there, the online play with voice chat built in, which is interesting because I don't know if they have that with this one. They have the phone app maybe, but originally back in 2007 or 2006 when it came out, it was like Japan and then here in the West. But anyway, either way, it was awesome. There were so many cool features, the trading, what they did with the battling, what they did with some of the doubles and the singles, and everything that you can do. The end game content was really good. And then Pokemon Platinum came out and it was even better, which is unfortunate that they don't have that in there in terms of some of the Pokemon Platinum stuff, but they do have like the Grand Underground, which I read about just a bit, or they've showed up in trailers as well. But my own impressions of it is that the graphics are just like a hit and miss at times. I think that when you're in the battles, it looks pretty good at times. The environments definitely could have been better, but the Pokemon models and some of the animations and some of the move more like animations, like how the moves look like the fire and stuff like that, actually look pretty good. Some of the animations are definitely rough in terms of how the Pokemon move, but the actual moves look pretty good at times as well. So in battle, things aren't too bad. The proportions of the characters are better than maybe what you'd expect when you see it on your, let's just say like on YouTube or whatever the case is. But when you're playing it, it doesn't look too bad. Now, I did play it on 3 separate devices here, guys. I played it docked up on my monitor, then I played it on my LG CX in the living room, and then I also played it on my Nintendo Switch OLED. So my TV in the living room, that's an OLED as well. And there was definitely more of a pop and a shine because of the style of the game on the OLED. So if you're someone that has a Switch OLED or an OLED TV, definitely check it out on there because it looked a bit more dry and flat on the regular monitor. I mean, it ran good, it played good, I enjoyed my time with it. It's classic Pokemon, so if you're new to the series, it's gonna teach you how to play. It's fun, you can go through, you can have a nice adventure. The quality of life stuff is going to be seamless. You're just gonna fit right into there. But if you're someone that's coming back, I mean, there's going to be times that you remember, okay, I remember that when that happened. Okay, this played out this way. Like, that's pretty cool. I have these battles that you're doing, your team catching the Pokemon. It's the classic Pokemon experience that a lot of people just want to play that type of experience. And it does do that. It fits that void, but it does leave a little bit to be desired. Like, I understand both sides of Pokemon fans when it comes to the people that say, hey, this is a faithful remake. I like it. I like the chibi style. I think that it looks cute, and they're trying to recreate that feeling for a new audience or for people to be nostalgic about that. But then I also get the feeling when people try to say, okay, well, this is not necessarily good enough, you know, when it comes to the graphics in the game for a $60 experience. I'm looking at it from a content perspective. Obviously, the content's there for 60 when it comes to the online play, when it comes to the story, when it comes to everything that you get in there, the amount of Pokemon. It does seem like it's okay for that. I think depending on how much mileage you get with the online play, playing against your friends and doing stuff like that and trading and all of that, you'll get more mileage, you'll get more value out of it. People that are just looking for some type of big single player experience and don't care about multiplayer, it's obviously not going to be as valuable for you. So whether you want to spend that 60 or not is up to you on there. There are Pokemon that are exclusive on one version over the other, but you can always trade in person, of course, or trade online in order to get those Pokemon. It's actually not too hard with it. A lot of the features come back from the original as well. Plus, like I said, the quality of life features just make it more of a breeze to play. I do like what they've done with the PC box system. That's obviously way better, just having that access everywhere. So that's cool. And I think that that's what makes the game a lot more fun to play. And it doesn't have like those nagging things that you would do with the original game. So I don't know if I'd ever go back and play the originals over these ones. So if you're nostalgic for Gen 4, or if you've never played Gen 4 and you're not going to bust out the 3DS or DS to do it, then you might want to check out these games. If you're someone looking for a little bit more when it comes to the single player experience and like the difficulty in the game, then this might not be for you based off of my playtime here. But I'm going to play it more. I put a number of hours in. I'm going to play some more, maybe on stream or something like that. I'm not really sure, but I know I'm going to play more because I do love Gen 4. I think it's fantastic. But I do feel that there is some lacking areas with the graphics and with the game when it comes to overall what you would want. But hey, I do think that it does suit some voids when it comes to what people are looking for with a Gen 4 remake. So what are your thoughts when it comes to the reviews of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl? How do you feel it did? Was it right around what you expected, less or more? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, click that notification bell, and we will see you for the next video. Peace.